Oh, hey, you're here. Actually, I'm glad you're here. Look, we need to talk. What is up, beautiful people? It's Wolf Brother Mythos from the channel Frost and Fists. And welcome to this video. You know, it might be the last time I get to say that. Now, I know I've been gone for a little bit. After a busy Christmas season, we had a family emergency, and I felt like it was appropriate to take some time away from the majority of my social media. I know if anyone's been feeling ignored, or if it seems like I've been more distant during this time period, or less interactive maybe, I apologize. It was never my intention to come across that way, but you know, just dealing with some stuff. I'm sure you guys understand. Now that I've had a month or so to clear my head a bit, I'd love to get back to my wonderful YouTube hobby community, you know, the people I interact with all the time. You know, I'd love to get back to chatting with you guys, if that's okay, if there's anyone still interested. I know it can sometimes be quick for a channel to die off. But before I do come back, I think it's time I address the elephant in the room. You know, it's been pretty evident that there's been some changes over the past year here at the Frost and Fists, and if I'm being honest, there's more changes coming soon. Now, Frost and Fists was started with two friends who are both pretty new to 40K. Now, I had about 6 months more experience in the hobby than my friend, but we were both still complete noobs. And yeah, it was bad. We filmed in a room with our local games we filmed in a room at our local game store, and before it was a game store, it was a pet boarding hotel. The kind of place that you might drop off your dog or your cat if you're going on vacation. And as such, it had like concrete walls, it had awful lighting, and those concrete walls echoed like you were in a high school gym. Our content was basic, our quality was atrocious, but what people said that they enjoyed watching us for was what they said was our chemistry. You know, the interaction between two damn good friends, just having a good time and sharing their excitement for the hobby. That interaction between the two of us, that natural and easy banter that, you know, was just easy. That, to be honest, is basically what we built our brand up on. That really made for an easy transition later on when we switched over to just doing live streams for the most part. Now, don't get me wrong, I really felt like we rested on our laurels a little bit there, because we probably should have still been putting out content alongside our live streams, but you know, we enjoyed it, and you know, we still had good people in the community coming to just listen to us, be excited about the hobby, and talk our nonsense. Now, there was still just two friends enjoying their hobby, having some banter, and occasionally someone would join the channel for a little while. There was Lore Master Will, there was Brother Oni, and Guardsman Atlas, but the majority of Frost and Fist was myself, the Frost, and Freak, who was the Fist. It's been a little over a year now since that all changed. Many of you noticed pretty quickly that the show became a one-man band, and asked where Freak was. A few people have joked here and there that they're still waiting for me to spill the tea on what happened that day. What could have split up this kind of friendship? And, well, if you're ready, I'm ready to spill that tea right now. You see, if you came here waiting for me to spill the beans on the drama of it all and what could have possibly driven apart this friendship, there's nothing to tell. You know, we simply decided to part ways on this channel, and the reason there was no big announcement was simply that there was no drama. It was, for us, we didn't want to make it a big thing. It was simply the end of a season. And we may not be doing Frost and Fist anymore, but we're still friends. He's still a great guy. It's just that we don't do the show. We are friends. We still get together from time to time. We do lunch. We play video games together. And lately, we've been getting back into Phasmophobia and doing some ghost hunting, which, to be honest, has been a lot of fun. Now that that's out in the open, I'll be the first to admit I floundered a lot this past year, especially on the live streams. I mean, I did some paint streams, I did some of the news streams, kind of covering the GW news. I did some of the Art of the Week like we did a couple of times. And yeah, just I tried to do it like it was before, and it wasn't the same. I'm going to admit the quality of my streams came down a lot. I mean, a lot. What I didn't realize is that over years of live streaming together with my friend, whom I could easily chat with all night, my ability to keep the chat going by myself and keep up a constant stream of entertaining chat, my ability was severely underdeveloped. In all my time live streaming, I guess I never really learned how to fill the silence by myself. So I'm not saying that I'm bad. Honestly, I felt like by the end of the year, I got better at that. You know, it's still lots of room for improvement, lots of room for growth, but you know, I'm working on it. While I'm on that train of thought, though, of how hard it is to do a live stream by yourself, and honestly to be talking into the silence of the void and hoping that someone comments so you can interact with the chat, you know, while I'm talking about that very point, let me give a shout out to some live streamers that I just really love and enjoy. Streamers like The Pickle Jar, Edict Beer 40K, Necrons, and more, and Kev over at the Hobby Corner, just to name a couple. You know, their ability to do a phenomenal job engaging the chat, keeping things moving and keeping it entertaining. Amazing. Amazing. They have some of the best hobby live streams, let me tell you. And then, of course, they're doing it themselves. You know, they didn't have a person like to bounce off of all the time. I mean, you know, Pickle did the show with Ulster Nation for a while. But, you know, just like in general, he can crank out a hell of a show by himself. So, mad respect. Similarly, shout out to Mini Warzone, Pete over at Mini Warzone. He does a one-man show all by himself with no active chat. He pre-films his. Okay, it's a series he calls On the Bench, or if he's having a nice summer day, maybe on the beach. And yeah, he just pre-films the whole series, an hour at a time or more, and just comfortably chats with the camera and makes it engaging, is comfortable bringing up all the things he's interested in talking about, and he's literally doing this with no chat, just running off of his own charisma and imagination. It's great. And I'm still finding my way when it comes to that kind of thing. So yeah, it's a one-man band now, and I'm hoping to continue growing and improving in the future. But the reason I bring all this up is because I want to talk about the channel name. I've heard many times now, actually, it doesn't feel like Frost and Fists anymore without the fists, and suggested that maybe a name change is in order. Now, originally I was really against this idea. I pouted and I stubbornly held on to the fact that this is my channel too, and I helped build up this channel. You know, and after a year of doing that very thing alone, if I'm being honest, I'm starting to feel like people are right. The very identity of the channel is changing, and, you know, probably should its name too. Now, what do I call myself? It's been suggested since that I'm Wolf Brother Mythos, and I've always called myself Wolf Brother Mythos on this channel. You know, I should keep it simple and call it something like Wolf Brother Mythos Gaming or Frosty Tabletop Gaming. Those are some ideas. You know, like I said, they were suggested. I had a video game channel for about 5 minutes called Wolf Brother Gaming. That could just be an easy name to reuse. What you think? I've also had it suggested to me that I play so many armies now, I think I'm up to like 8 or 9, that I'm not necessarily a Wolf Brother anymore in their eyes. And I mean, even though Space Wolves will always be my first love in 40K, I am very spread out in all of the factions and armies that I play and focus on right now, so I totally understand that. So they said maybe Wolf Brother should even be part of it. I don't know. Please leave me your suggestions down below, and if you have any ideas for a new channel name, I promise I'll think about and consider everything. Finally, it's not all 40K anymore. In fact, while 40K is still going to be a huge part of my channel and my life, I find that for me it's been a little more, actually it's been a lot more on the back burner lately. I'm into so much more than 40K right now. And now this is not a commentary on my feelings of the state of the game. I know there's a lot of negative Nancys out there who's like 10th edition is killing 40K and 10th edition is driving away players. I don't feel that way at all. I love the game. I enjoy playing the game. It's just not what I'm focused on right now. Lately, I haven't had the urge to really play or paint. Even though I love the game, I haven't really had the urge to play or paint nearly as much. Right now, I've been really hardcore getting back into card games that I love, like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering, and enjoying them a lot, actually. I've been looking forward to getting into Halo Flashpoint and the upcoming Gundam Miniatures game. Really looking forward to those. I've been really enjoying D&D a lot lately, and I'd love to bring some of D&D recaps to my channel. I've just really been super hyped for the campaign that we're in, and really having a blast playing my character. And the GM is doing a great job, or I guess it's DM in D&D, but the storyteller's been doing a phenomenal job. The storytelling's been excellent. The gameplay's been excellent. Things have been challenging enough to where there's been plenty of times we've almost wiped, but you know, we've managed to scrape by the skin of our teeth, and it's been a lot of fun along the way. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing all of these things. In fact, these are all things where my attention is splitting off to, but I'm enjoying them all so much. It's really, these are all the things that are making up my hobby right now. And yeah, so if I just keep the channel strictly 40K, there might not be anything for me to talk about for a long time yet coming. So that brings me to a couple of choices. Option A, these different hobbies I love will probably make an appearance on my channel somewhere. You know, I might actually bring things like my current Yu-Gi-Oh deck or Yu-Gi-Oh projects, a Magic the Gathering deck, D&D recaps, you know, all of these things that I'm into right now and excited for. They're part of my hobby. They might be on my hobby channel. Now, I know as a rule, that's going to drive away anyone here who's just looking for 40K content, which is unfortunate. I hate driving anyone away, especially when you get like 3 views a video like I do. But you know, it's just, why do the channel if a hobby channel if I'm faking which part of the hobby I'm into at the moment, right? Or option B, I could keep the channel just 40K focused, but the channel gets a bit quieter and I only stream or post when I'm feeling into 40K at the time. So there might be bursts I'm really feeling 40K right now. I'm really painting, or I'm really excited for this codex or this lore, or I'm really preparing for some upcoming games, or maybe I film a battle report once in a while. But it's going to be in bursts because there might be several weeks where I'm in a Magic or Yu-Gi-Oh mood, or if I'm just in a D&D mode, or maybe I wanted to relax and play some video games. You know, I am all over the place, as one is prone to do when you've got the ADD, and my hobby channel can either reflect that, or I can keep it singularly focused, just not nearly as often. And if I'm honest, I don't know which way I'm going to go, option A or option B, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this. I know I've just been spewing information, and it's a lot to digest, and I don't even know if anyone's been interested enough to make it this far into the video, but if you have made it this far, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you listening to my update. It is a time of change for me. You know, as we head into spring, the season of change, it's a season of change here at the Frost and Fist as well. So, again, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I've been hesitant to do any live streams this year until I got all of this off my chest, because it means rebranding, you know, and kind of reinventing myself, and I don't know who the new mythos is just yet. You know, well, I mean, the mythos is going to be the same, but what does it mean for the channel? You know what I mean? The hobbies are different. So what does that leave the channel? Anyways, I'm rambling here. I love you guys. Until next time, fam, stay frosty.